The highly anticipated Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is coming out soon, and due to influencers having access to the game early and the nature of the internet, screenshots and videos have started to emerge, but none have been trending harder than this scene of Tifa and Aerith in their bathing suits. And the reactions in a nutshell have been, "This is the internet. We've seen boobs before. What is the big deal?" Well, the big deal is that these are Tifa's boobs. Not only are they big and beautiful, they are nostalgically profitable. In 1997, Tifa's legendary orbs were the catalyst that gave many young men their first Buster Swords. When Final Fantasy VII Remake was announced in 2015, these brave men fought hard to make sure that these legendary knockers would not be compromised in the graphical transition to high definition. Now, in 2024, we welcome the return of the GOAT. But there are many who are going to complain, to mock, and attempt to fight against the presentation of Tifa's glorious globes. Progressive identity politics enjoyers and game-censoring corporate puritans have been infiltrating the video game industry, ever since a hoop earring-wearing feminist named Anita began ranting about damsels in distress years ago. First, they ranted, then they began to consult with game companies, then they started their own companies with the goal of elevating women to unrealistic standards of girl bossery, while portraying men as inferior and emasculating them. Then the video game women started to get ugly. First, you may have noticed that it was hard to make a beautiful woman in a character creator after 2020. Then we saw that girl in the Fable trailer. Then Spider-Man 2's Mary Jane was nerfed. And then Peter Parker started to get out the way, so Miles Morales could replace him in the next game. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League came out recently, and literally pissed on your favorite male superheroes. In an attempt to keep hope alive, a bunch of nerds used a real Korean model to design their main character in their new game Stellar Blade, but got backlash from the woke mob for reasons like unrealistic beauty standards or the classic zinger, the male gaze. Censorship runs rampant in the games industry. When Japanese games come to America, they get heavily censored by companies like Sony and Nintendo. They put fog to cover things up, or make Mithra wear black tights. There are so many examples of this dating back quite a while. It's understandable to censor excessive violence or sexual content, but censoring a bikini or removing a boob window is a bit too much control by a corporation, and we as fans never have a say in the matter. By the way, Sony, why did you really discontinue the PS Vita? There is a big difference between someone who treats women like crap because they are a sexual deviant or abuser, than someone who just wants to enjoy an often busty, easy on the eyes, yet strong and confident, fictional character in a fantasy setting. Even some women are against the uglification of female characters. Turns out most people love beauty and can recognize when things are ugly. Gamers, both men and women, are speaking out against the degradation of their hobby. They know that something as small as the censoring of a hot girl in a bikini is just the beginning. And if they let these farcical puritans have their way, their games may never be the same again. Thank you to those companies who are not caving in to Anita Sarkeesian, Sweet Baby Inc., and other members of the woke brigade. Let me assure you that if you give the fans what they want, you'll get the success you want. Tifa and Aerith are beautiful. Those who wish to corrupt, control, and censor our media to push their own puritanical agenda are doing something ugly, and ugly is all these people will ever produce. This is Dan T at Twisted Mana Productions, bouncing on out of here.